Hi, good afternoon. This is Suleiman Ayaskar from Professional Boxing. I want to make a short video of the next possible opponents for Jamie Munguia, the 154-pound WBO champion. The first pick I have that you should try to get is Gerald Hurd, who is a unified champion at the division, and they're pretty compatible. It's a 50-50 fight, and it's a money fight. If you go get that fight, I think you should push for that fight first. And if he can't get that fight, then go for Jamel Charlo, the WBC 154-pound champ. That'll be an exciting fight, and also it'll be a money fight for him. And he will be able to get the WBC title. And if he can't get that one, then he's gonna have to go for an ex-champion like Kell Brook. Kell Brook is fighting his division now, even though he had a couple of injuries, but he looks like he's fully recovered from those injuries, and he's a good marketable name, and that'll be a good fight for him. He'll get a lot of experience, and he'll get a good payday. And if he knocks him out, he puts his name on his resume, he could use that fight to spin forward to a unification bout with the other fighters that I mentioned. He got to fight an ex-champion or a world champion. Next fighter that I think he should push for a fight, another unification bout, will be Brian Castaño, who is basically inactive. He's in Argentina. He hasn't fought anybody for a while since Dimitri Andrade vacated that belt. He acquired that belt, and the only opponent that I see that he fought in the amateurs was Jack Coquet, who he beat, and I would like to see if he fights him, and if he gets that WBA regular strap, he could use that strap to be a mandatory, or possibly push for a unification bout with Gerald Hurd. So I mentioned 4 fighters right there that he could fight, and if he can't fight them, then he could get a Latino fight, a Mexican fighter like himself, which is Alvarez's big brother, Raymond El Inocente Alvarez, who was a ex-NABO champion. He has a couple of losses on his resume, but he won a couple of fights, and he could get that and do a defense on his belt, and probably lure his other little brother into a fight also. That's 5 fighters that I think Mr. Jamie Munguia, the WBO champion, which he should call himself the Sensational. That's a name that I was thinking that he should give himself. The Sensational Jamie Munguia. His punch output is ridiculous. He throws a tremendous amount of punches, and they look like all power punches. He has great stamina. He's 21 years old, and the sky's the limit for him. There's nothing but good things for him in the future if he's managed right and he makes the proper choices in his career. So this is a brief video and that I wanted to make about Jamie Munguia and the possible opponents that I think, in my opinion, he should fight. And if he doesn't unify and he does a couple of good defenses in there, and with his WBO belt 154, he could get a fight with Big Joe Sanders at 160 when he can't make the weight limit anymore. Then push for that fight. That's another winnable fight for him. His punch output, once again, is outrageous. Big Joe Sanders will have to box all night and survive, not getting hit by any of those shots. And by that time, Jamie Munguia will get a better skill asset in his slipping punches and also in defensive. And by that time, he'd be acclimated and to being a world champion and fighting at that world-class level. So this is Suleiman Ayaskar from Professional Boxing. I just wanted to make a short video about this great talent that Golden Boy is trying to snatch up, and he's already started promoting him already. So I would like to see him sign him up and make him his next prize fighter. You guys have a great day. Take care.